Hey, good morning. Happy Friday to you. March 12th, 2021. This is Morning Joey. I'm your host, Joey Molinaro. Got a great show for you this morning. It's been a great 2 weeks. We started last Monday, not this past Monday, but the Monday before that. So we've had 2 weeks of shows. It's been awesome. Thank you so much for the support, the subscribing, the watching, the comments, everything that you've done. I really appreciate it. It's been an awesome 2 weeks, and we're just getting started. All right, we're just getting started. We got March Madness coming into town. The conference tournaments are going strong. We're going to talk IU hoops, Archie coming up here in a bit. The Boilers played today, talking to Sasha Stefanovic, the three-point specialist, the three-point assassin, Sasha Stefanovic for the Boilers. He's coming up at 9:15. And then I'm going to be answering a bunch of questions I posed on my Instagram. I do every Friday. I'm going to start doing it every Friday on this show. So I'm going to have the questions be asked on Instagram, and then they're going to come onto this show on Friday, and we're going to answer them there. So that's coming up at 9:30. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share them, watch them. You can watch them later, like I said, but you subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when I go live, which is every day at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'm live every single day talking to you, enjoying this show. Another reminder, big deal today or yesterday, but this weekend, if you're in Illinois, you need to download the Barstool Sportsbook app. All right, this app is incredible. This app is so user-friendly. It has everything that you could possibly want as a gambler, responsibly, of course. So if you're in Illinois, that's live right now. Be sure, with all the conference tournament games, with March Madness coming up, Indy Insanity coming up later on this month, next week with the bracket being selected on Sunday, that you download the Barstool Sportsbook app. If you're in Illinois, use that. There's all sorts of deals. Follow the Barstool Sportsbook on social media. Dave, Big Cat, Marty, all those guys, they're all holding it down. Rico, they're all doing their thing up there. I wish I was there. I might be going up there next weekend. I'm not for sure yet. I might be going up there next weekend for the first round of games, but I'm ready for it to come to Indy. I am. I've been to Philly. I was jealous of Detroit. I'm jealous of Illinois now and Chicago, being able to do their thing up there in Illinois with the Barstool Sportsbook. But it's live there, so be sure to download it. If you're in Illinois, use it. And, yeah, man, responsibly, of course, but have some fun with it. I hope they're coming here next. I hope so. That'd be great to have, with the 500 and summertime and getting it going in Indy and have Dave and Big Cat and everybody here. So cross my fingers there. But if you're in Illinois, download the Barstool Sportsbook app. Get going with it. Have some fun responsibly, of course. We got to get into it right away. Last night, boiler up, Nick. Boiler up. Brags in the stands. Let's go. I'm changing into my boiler gear after so my morning routine now is I wake up about 6:37. I take Happy Boy out. He's right here behind me. And then I start prepping and getting ready for the show. All right. So then I start prepping, getting ready, 9 to 10. I do the show. I got some post-show stuff that I got to do. Then I go work out. And then I shower and get into my stuff for the day. So right now I'm not wearing boiler gear. I'm wearing the Tom Brady the GOAT. You can get it at the Barstool Sports store. I had to do it. Big Tom Brady guy. Not a Patriots or a Bucks fan by any means at all. But love Tom Brady. How can you not? So I'll be changing into my boiler gear later. They tip off at 2. Sasha coming up here in just about 25 minutes or so. Great conversation with him. But it's a great day for Boiler fans, not because only the Boilers played today. It was great because IU lost, eliminated from the Big Ten tournament last night in Indianapolis. Finished the season losing 6 straight. They lose 3 times in one season to Rutgers in basketball. Rutgers. Lose 3 times to them, finish 12-16 on the season, and it is just nothing but bad news in Bloomington right now for basketball, right? I saw a few of the football players for IU last night tweet out, and they're kind of having a little. They were chirping a little bit at IU basketball. I forget the kid's name, but he said something Page, Dan Page. I don't know. Maybe you can help me out. But he said something about maybe Memorial Stadium will sell out now this fall for the best team on campus. Not wrong there. Right now, he's definitely not wrong there. But I always wondered about that, like the little bit of rivalry going on between the football and the basketball squad, little ego, little battle of the alphas, the alpha males and the egos going on campus. who's going to the best parties, where are all the girls going? Right now, they're probably going to the football house because the basketball house is not a lot, no bueno, not a lot of good news going on there. And I figured out this is who IU fans are, and this is what IU basketball is now. IU fans and IU basketball are now the rich guy's kid. You know, we all went to school with them or met them in college or grew up with them, played baseball with them. They're the rich guy or the rich mom's kid. The dad or mom who is a lawyer or who's a doctor or who started their own business or who was born into a family business and is just always had money, right? And the kid is just grown up, you know, a little self-entitled, a little arrogant, you know, but because of where they're born into and because of the situation they have, because their parents are rich and they've had everything, they're kind of jackasses, you know? They're spoiled. They think that everything, you know, belongs to them. They think that nobody can tell them anything when they themselves haven't done jack squat. That's where IU is right now. All the kids who are at IU right now or who have recently graduated from IU, that is who they are as fans. Because IU basketball, I tweeted it a few weeks ago. They're literally it's them MTV things that'll never be as good as they were in the 80s. I mean, this program is just, it's like, I don't know how these fans are still so arrogant and still can run their mouths, whether it be on Twitter or at games or whatever, when they've gone 4 years now. If you're graduating from IU this spring, you know, next month, you've never seen IU beat Purdue and you've never seen IU in the tournament. You're the rich parents' kid. Your parents got to enjoy the riches of IU basketball. They got to enjoy the best of, you know, the Bobby Knight days and the Steve Alford and the Calvert Chaney and the even if you're way back, maybe your grandparents, you know, the Quinn Buckner, the undefeated team, and you're just living off that. Happy sees the cats. This is a problem. It's not that bad though because they're looking at each other through the door, so maybe it'll be good. Hey. Happy's going to be a daily co-host with me because he can't keep it together. But that's what IU is now, man. And I kind of feel bad for the kids who are there now, the kids who are enrolling there, because who knows what the future is. You know, the Brad Stevens talk was already firing up last night. He's unhappy in Boston. Boston's kind of unhappy with him. They've underwhelmed. Is now the time they're going to go get Brad Stevens? Is he going to come home? You know, Barstool IU already posted last night. It's time to come home, Brad. Like they're still fighting for that because way back when Brad Stevens, you know, grew up an IU fan or whatever and said he wanted to coach at IU. That was his dream job. I don't know, man. We saw it 4 years ago with once they fired Crean. It was like, I think my guy Dan Dockich had the news or the report that Alford was like going to become the coach, or somebody told Dan that, and people thought the prodigal son was returning. Steve Alford's coming home. He's bringing the feathered hair. Maybe he'll wear his short shorts on the sideline. Oh, he's coming home, and they end up with Archie Miller, and then everybody talked themselves into Archie Miller. Yeah, this guy, he's gritty. He knows how to get it done. Like he's what this program needs. You know, we didn't need to live in the past. We need to look at the future and bring in Archie Miller. And now they're looking for somebody else. 6 straight losses, 3 times in a season to Rutgers, 4 games under 500. Obviously not going to make the tournament. Come on, guys. Let's figure it out. Sorry. Come on, man. Man, I tell you what, when you're living with 4 animals, yeah, it is a good-looking dog, Connor. Living with 4 animals and the ladies at work, whoo, it is babysitting. So are they going to go get Brad Stevens? Are they going to go get the guy from Baylor? Are they going to hire Dan Dockich again? They're going to go after Steve Alford, bring back Tom Coverdale. Is it Cloverdale? Help me out here. BTFU. Nick says extend Archie. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Coverdale? This is gonna make me so mad. Tom Coverdale. Yes, Tom Coverdale IU. Bring him back, man. They should just have a rotation of like old IU players that everybody loves and have them coach like a quarter of the season. Then they can't get mad at them. I don't know. Certainly can't get any worse than this. Might as well try a few different things out. So it's a good day for Purdue, not only because they play today, like I said, but because IU basketball is kind of in shambles. I mean, at least they don't have any recruiting violations or anything like that, But going to be looking for a new coach. Happy! Come on, bro. Man. Now he's biting me. You're going to bite me during my show. Can't you just – come on. I took you out. I'll take you out after this. Be biting me, bro. So IU is out. They're going to be looking for a new coach. Then I woke up this morning and I saw that the Patriots brought back Cam Newton on a 1-year deal. This feels like I guess if it would have been the afternoon, it would have been a little Friday news dump. But this morning they announced they're bringing it back. 1-year deal, re-signing Cam Newton. A lot of people thought, and I guess maybe they could still draft a quarterback. They drafted a position where they could get a guy like Mac Jones or maybe Trey Lance, or maybe they could trade up and get somebody that they really, really want. No bite. No, no. No bite, bubba. But Cam Newton's back. And my guy Feidelberg tweeted, he was signed on a 1-year prove-it deal. He went 7-9, and then the next year he gets more money. Not a bad deal for Cam, but, I mean, if you're the Patriots, I guess you don't feel that great about the quarterbacks in the draft, or maybe you're thinking you're going to take a quarterback and just have Cam be your guy to maybe another 8-8, 9-7, so season, and then have him sit behind Cam and then bring in your guy. I'm not sure. So that was definitely interesting. I thought Cam Newton might be heading to Washington to team back up with Ron Rivera, or, who knows what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to retire. I don't fucking know. But I did not see him going back to the Patriots on a 1-year deal. Now he's going to go back and he's going to bark at the Cats, and it's going to happen again. I'm going to have to stop the show. Come on. Happy. If anybody has any suggestions on what to do with that, I guess just let them have it out. Yeah. Cam Newton back with the Pats, 1-year deal, $14 million for 1 year after 7-9 seasons. So, good for him. It'll be interesting to see how that works out for him. And then Netflix is testing. They're trying to limit password sharing. So this is from Reuters. Bub, come here. You don't need to do that. From Reuters, Netflix Inc. is testing a feature that asks viewers to verify they share a household with the account holder, the company said on Thursday, a move that could lead to a clampdown on sharing of passwords. A small number of Netflix users are receiving a message asking them to confirm they live with the account owner by entering details from a text message or email sent to the owner. Viewers can delay the verification and keep watching Netflix. The message may reappear when they open Netflix again, and eventually they could be required to open a new account to continue streaming. Quote, this test is designed to help ensure that people using Netflix accounts are authorized to do so, a Netflix spokesperson said. So about a quarter of us are going to actually have Netflix now? I don't know, man. I feel like this is long overdue, but I feel like it's just like a threat to make people kind of be like, oh, man, got to get my own account. And then they're not really going to do it. I don't really know how you keep track of all that. Like Netflix has been around for so long. That's literally been a thing for so long that you've shared your account with other people. And now all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're going to test this thing out. We really don't know how it's going to work, but be sure to get your own account. So that's on the horizon. So if you get a text message like that, apparently it's not, fake or a scam or something like that, but they're going to try to get you to get your own account. And I say, just keep using that other person's password. If it's the Access password, keep on at it for them. They deserve it. All right, Boilers play today at 2 against Ohio State. It's going to be a good one. Purdue's already beat Ohio State twice, so you know what they say. It's always tough to beat a team 3 times unless you're Rutgers playing IU. So, Sasha, we talk about this year's team. We talk about this team compared to the Elite 8 team. Happy, come on, Bob. Ask him about a few different things at Purdue, his favorite bar. We have a lot of fun. So here he is. Let's get into it. My guy, Sasha Stefanovic. Let me share my screen here. Sasha Stefanovic from your Purdue Boilermakers playing today against the Buckeyes.
Come, Joey, with the 3-point assassin specialist baller for the Purdue Boilermakers, Sasha Stefanovic. Holy shit, messed up your name already. What's happening, my man?
Oh, you're good, man. I appreciate you having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man. So how are we feeling? Big Ten tournament. It's going to be aired on Friday, so you got a game later today. Big Ten tourney, March Madness. How are you feeling? How's the squad feeling?
Yeah, man, it's exciting. We're, it's a unique circumstance how we're getting down to Indy, and it's, everything's going to be in that bubble, kind of like how the NBA had it and everything. But it's a cool thing. We're excited to get down there. We were able to secure that double bye in the Big Ten tournament, and it's going to be tough playing whoever, but going from there, just getting the NCAA tournament, anything could happen. So we're really, really excited to just get down there and get it going.
Yeah. Do you feel like because you guys are going to be the only team probably from Indiana, like do you feel like there's an advantage for you guys? It's right in your backyard.
A little bit, yeah. Especially with fans being able to come now to the tournament. It makes a huge difference. It's definitely an advantage, and us playing the Big Ten tournament in Lucas Oil is another advantage. If whoever is able to get deep in the NCAA tournament, you're going to play there again. So it's a cool thing that we get to host this major tournament in our home state, and hopefully we're a big part of that NCAA tournament as well.
Last year was a little bit of a bounce back rebound year for you guys. You had to figure some things out, and then obviously COVID happened, no tournament. Now you come into this year and baby Boilers again. You got a lot of young dudes on the squad. How is what is the year with COVID and no fans, and you got a young team? I mean, how have you been able to mesh it all together and be number 4 seed in the Big Ten and a top 20 team?
Yeah, it's like you said, we went through a lot of struggles last year, and we were just so inconsistent, and we had some just some bad games that we played that we should have won, and we still had a great team. It just it wasn't clicking. Then once we got to this year, and we had a lot of young guys come in, a lot of guys that really wanted to compete and get some minutes and help us win. I saw it from the summer. I saw how competitive we were and how good these young players really are. And obviously you see it now when they're playing, and just how much of an impact and how good they really are. They've really kind of led us in some games and have been so big for us in winning important games for us. And just that mix of young talent with some of our veteran presence and guys who have won Big Ten titles, made it to the Elite 8. It's a good mix, and we're really trending up, and hopefully we continue to do that here in the Big Ten tournament and then the NCAA tournament.
Would it, if there was, and hopefully you guys aren't participating in this because it would be Final Four weekend, so hopefully you're getting ready to play in Indy, but let's just say that is another time and the NCAA has a 3-point contest and a dunk contest. Would you and Jaden Ivey be the favorites to take those?
Yeah, you think I could sneak into that dunk contest maybe, but no chance. But no, I would love, I was actually thinking about that the other day. It's unfortunate, there's not those types of events for us this year. But like a 3-point contest, I would love to be in because I'm confident. I feel like I'm one of the best shooters in the Big Ten in the country as well. And I would love to get one of those events and just see how I do because I've only been in one 3-point contest in my life, and it was back when I was little in AAU and playing at Spees Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne. Nice. And I performed pretty bad in that, so I'm eager to get another chance at a 3-point contest. But Jaden, man, he is one of the most athletic players I've ever played with in my life. Just seeing him like one-step dunks, between the legs. Yesterday after practice, he was trying like between the legs dunks, like 360s and everything like that. And I'm very confident that if he got into a dunk contest, he could probably win it too.
Got to tell him to be careful now.
So Coach Payne was yelling at him to stop doing it. So yeah, we got him in check.
We don't need any twisted ankles or anything like that, man. Can't Are you really? I mean, is the program helping you out? Are you 6'5" legit, or is that like with shoes on, or what's the deal?
Yeah, our SID, Chris Foreman over here, he might be boosting my height a little bit, but I'm about. I can't. You know what? It's crazy actually. I came in. So my dad played professional basketball, and my dad's 6'7". So my mom's a little shorter, so she brought me down a little bit.
Sure.
But I came in here like without shoes, like 6'2", which was a surprise to me because I was always like, oh, I'm 6'3", 6'4", like whatever. And so I was like 6'2", and I've definitely grown since then. So I think I'm about a 6'4" ish, somewhere in that range.
6'4", but 6'5" with the shoes and with your hair flip.
Yeah, exactly. let it get out a little bit. Add an inch,
Right. There you go. Why number 55?
Yeah, I was just talking about that the other day. There wasn't really any, like tie to that number or anything, but I gave our coaches kind of like a list of numbers when I was coming in, and a lot of them were taken or up in the rafters here. But 55 was cool because I always like Jason Williams, like that's like I always loved watching highlights of him and White Chocolate when he was playing. And then here the year before that I came, Spike Albrecht was a player here. He's a grad transfer from Michigan. He's from my hometown, Crown Point. So we were always close friends. He played high school basketball with my brother. So our families are close. We know each other well. And he was 55 here. So it's, it was pretty cool. I was, I love watching him play. And then along with that, like Purdue legend Etwan Moore, he's 55 in the NBA, and I love watching him. So I just thought it was a cool number, and it kind of initially it didn't really mean anything to me. It was just a number, but now it kind of stuck, and I actually really, really like the fact that I picked that number.
Yeah, it's unique. Like, and I feel like you kind of, Sasha Stefanovic. So you got the double S, you got the double 5. The 5s kind of look like S's. Yeah,
no doubt.
I like that. I like that a lot. You think, is this a team, because you got a few guys still left from the Elite 8 squad, can we redeem that heartbreaking loss to Virginia? Okay, is that on the mind? Can we get past that and make it to the Final Four here in Indy with this squad?
Yeah, man, I am really confident in our ability to get to that level. We have a lot of the same pieces that can really get us to that deep run and get us far. I mean, across our team, Travion Williams is one of the most dominant bigs in the country. Zach Edey, you guys have seen the past few games how he has been just so dominant. I mean, 7'4", 300 pounds, dunking everything.
He's 7'4"?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been told that enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Every broadcast.
Trust me, I know. And the fact that he used to play baseball and hockey and everything, and that's kind of his thing. But no, he's a beast. He's been playing so well for us. So if he can continue that, those are two of the most dominant bigs you can play against, and it's hard to guard them. And then obviously with Jaden and a lot of our young guys coming in, and Eric, and how he's so good at defending the ball. We have a lot of same pieces that we could really get it done. So hopefully, we continue to trend up and make that run again.
Hopefully, man. That video has been circulating a lot in the past couple of days.
Yesterday, I saw it yesterday. Me and Grady Efford is and PJ Thompson are our GA grad assistant.
God, nice.
Me and Grady were talking about it yesterday. Just like, man, like we were right there, But I know a lot of the fans feel like that too, but trust me, like we feel a lot worse, So
I believe it, but yeah, it's like it's just been the anniversary or whatever. I don't even remember what it was. It was I'm like, dang, that was a rough one. Funny, like Grady. So it's funny, back before, like when I was at my old job and stuff, and nothing had popped off or anything. I was at Harry because my wife went to Purdue. She was a Purdue cheerleader, and we were at Harry's actually like the weekend after the loss to Virginia, and Grady and Dakota were there, and I was like, I gotta get them a drink for their service as Purdue basketball players, And so I took this selfie with like taking a Vegas bomb or something with Grady, and he was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" But there's one of those, so.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that leads me to one of my next questions. I've talked to PJ, guys like that. I've talked to Marcus Bailey and Kirk Barron, former Purdue football players. They lean more where else? Now, what do you prefer? When you get the chance, when you're, not in COVID times and everything, Harry's, where else? Which one? For me personally, I don't go out, too often, but the times that I have, off season and everything, we're not doing stuff like that. But I guess where else is the spot to be? They're building a lot of the new places though here in West Lafayette, like the Tab and State 19, and there's some cool new trendy spots. So those are some that maybe I got to try out. But yeah, those are usually the spots. Hold on, I'm getting a call from my Grubhub order. Hold on. Hey, this is Joey. Hello? Could you just leave it in the lobby? Yeah, just leave it in the doorway. I'm in the middle of a call for work. I can't come down there right now. Okay, yeah, just leave it right outside there. I'll come down. All right, thank you. All right. Sorry about that. My order got late. Like it was going to work out perfectly. I thought I was going to be here like 12:15, and then of course they're like, it's not going to arrive till 12:40. I'm like, perfect, right in the middle.
What's your go-to? What'd you get?
I've been trying to eat a little healthier, a lot healthier. I've been trying to, and so there's this spot in Indy. It's called 22 Juicery in like Barb, and so they just have like different like power bowls and like smoothie.
Yeah.
So I've been hitting that during, for my lunch. It's really we just got a puppy. We just moved to a new place downtown, so it's just kind of hectic, So I'm just Grubhubbing it all the time. Okay. Yeah. So Harry's is not your thing though. You're not a big. What is it with Purdue athletes? I feel like everybody else loves Harry's besides Purdue athletes.
No, like I said, I don't go out too often. So when I do, I just kind of go with what everybody else is doing.
Are you just alarmed? Do they just not leave you alone? So Sasha, did everybody just want a picture?
The few times that I have, it's been like that sometimes. But no, I mean, I enjoy when people do that anyway. So I'd rather have that than nothing, So
sure. Okay, and then I'm right across the street. I'm a huge Mad Mush guy. Do you have a picture order at Mad Mush?
No, not really. Like I said, the cheese sticks or whatever everybody usually gets, I haven't been to Mad Mush in a while, so
it's not great for end season. So I don't blame.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. More off season thing. I think that's more of afterwards. Like Two Fellas is usually the spot.
Two Fellas is nice.
Yeah,
I don't make it down there as much just because Mad Mush is like right across the street.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a far walk.
Two Fellas isn't far, but Mad Mush.
Yeah.
All right, Sasha, I know you got a bunch of stuff going on. You got to get prepared for this run in the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. So I appreciate your time, brother. Best of luck. I'm going to be watching and rooting for you guys hard. So let's bring him home in Indy, all right?
No doubt, man. I appreciate you having me on. Like I said, I love all the stuff you do and everything. So it's cool to talk to you.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks so much. Yeah, and good luck. I'll talk to you.
Hey, appreciate it.
All right, Sasha Stefanovic. Reminds me of the dodgeball character. Sasha Stefanovic. Yeah, Sasha was great, man. Good dude, hell of a player. when he's hot, if he gets hot, watch out. Watch out. So hopefully he's hot today, playing the Buckeyes, 2:00. I'm going to be watching. I don't know if I'm going to watch from my place or go somewhere in Indy. Again, I don't want to leave Happy in the Cats because God knows what the hell could happen there. But definitely going to be watching. Just a matter of where I'll be watching. Not my cats are knocking on the door behind me. Sasha Stefanovic. Appreciate him. Appreciate Chris Foreman from Purdue basketball. SID there. Setting that up on a Thursday afternoon or Friday when they got the tournament, both tournaments coming up. It's the busiest time of the year for them. So I appreciate that. All right, let's get into follower Q&A on Instagram. You can follow me at Joey Molinaro. Every Friday, typically I do, I get a coffee and I kind of open it up to the followers and then people who enjoy my work and hopefully just be able to interact with them a little more and interact with you and, whatever questions, whether it's about my dog or my cats or my, where I grew up or, coffee or whatever it is, Star Wars, whatever it is, I just enjoy answering the questions and talking with you guys because you guys are awesome and make it to where I get to do this every day. So I figured I could switch it from going to Instagram to here. I could answer it on the show. That way I could go a little bit more in depth than just, a quick screenshot of something and throwing it up on the Instagram story. So let's start. From _Elfits15, how are we feeling about the Cubs this year? I feel good, man. I feel good going into every year. I just am excited going into every year. They got Jake Arrieta coming back. Albert Alzay is going to be strong on the mound. Kyle Hendricks, of course, is strong. So you got them. And then, I really hope that this is going to be a year of coming together when there's going to be some more normalcy. We've had spring training. We're going to have a full season, hopefully. There's going to be fans in the stands. So hoping all those things can mesh into where, you're going to get the best out of Riz and KB and Javi. And, hopefully the Cubs will fork out some money and keep their guys here because I think that Riz, Javi, and KB should retire Cubs. I don't think that they should go anywhere. They've been too important to the franchise, to the history of the team, to the city. I mean, all the things you can think of, they've been too important to. So really hope that they can keep those guys there. Ian Happ, my guy, who has been on this show. He is Remy. Come on. Can you see this? You see that cat? Come on, dude. And the thing is that if I let him out because he wants out so badly, he'll go over to Happy. They'll kind of sniff each other a little bit, and then he'll give him 3 shots to the head. Freaking Tyson style. And then I'll hiss at him, and then I got to separate him. I'm like, you don't want to be out here, dude. You don't like the dog. Stay in there where it's safe. You don't like the dog. Jeez. No, but I'm excited as hell about the Cubs. Always am. From Declan _Marball. Who has the best pizza in Indy? Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like local. Would you consider Basbo's local? I mean, there's a few spots that are like regional, that are regional chains, but aren't like big. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, Papa John's, Domino's. So, I mean, Basbo's on Mass Ave is really good. Goodfellas, obviously, is really, really good on Mass Ave. Trying to think of a few other places. Just got a text. The Ordinary Pizza for sure. I'm sorry. I got a new phone number, so whoever just texted me, I didn't get a new phone number. I'm sorry. My phone updated, and so I don't have your name. So if you want to send me your name, I'm sorry. Ordinary Pizza. But yeah, I mean, I always go to Basbo's or Goodfellas. Those are my 2 go-tos. And you can get pizza at a few different other places like Napoli's on South Meridian. But that's kind of fancier upscale type of stuff. But those are my 2 go-tos, Goodfellas and Basbo's. From Drew _Def. Who's a better friend? Jack Daniels or Jim Beam? Oh, God. I'm more of a Jack Daniels guy. Jack and Coke or something when you're just, sipping on a drink at a nicer place or you're over at the in-laws, you always got to have, I feel like you always have to have like a dark liquor when you're with your father-in-law, or like your girlfriend's dad or something. Yeah. If you're ever just like, oh, I'll have a Corona. Yeah, I'll take the Michelob. They're like, all right. You know, you got to kind of like show them you got some hair in your chest. Give me a Jack and Coke. But yeah, I like Jack Daniels. From Caleb Stein, if you could boil it down to a few key reasons, why do you love Indy so much? I mean, it's my home. I was born and raised here. So you're always going to be biased and have more of a love affair with your hometown than you will with any other place. So it's my hometown. And then I really just, you know, it's cliche and it feels kind of dumb saying, but like it's the smallest big city. You know, you can have a ton of fun here and you can have a nightlife and you can have what feels like you're, you know, doing things and being entertained, but it's still like a neighborhood. You know, you can still walk from Mass Ave to Meridian Street to then, you know, ride a bike over there to Fountain Square, and you can do all of that in a matter of, you know, not long. You know, if you wanted to go from Mass Ave to grab a drink at South Meridian to then from there ride a bike over to Fountain Square, you can do that all within like an hour. You know, if you're really moving, you know, and you can walk from the end of Mass Ave to Meridian, a few bars over Meridian in a matter of like 15 minutes, you know? So as an adult, that's what I really loved is just like you have all these things that are available to you, but also it's still kind of like that neighborhood feel where it's not that big. Let's see. Dr. Daniel Kennedy asks, you think the Herd is ever going to have you on? I don't, unless I like take a job with Fox Sports, you know, like 10 years down the road or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't, he's got too much of an ego. You know, he doesn't want to like admit that he can like go down to internet guys level and, you know, talk with him. Like you have to have like even though Barstool is, you know, the biggest brand, like it's not like for a guy like that, it's not like official enough in his mind, you know? And with me being, you know, so much younger than him and like, I don't really do like hardcore sports takes. Yeah. It you know, he doesn't fly with that kind of stuff. So like, and he's got too much of an ego, like I said, to like have somebody who impersonates him and gets people to laugh at him to have me on. You know, he wouldn't want me to impersonate him on his show, on his couch, or whatever the hell it is. So I doubt that'll happen. From AJ to DeWay, is Juju staying or leaving? Which do you prefer? Apparently he's leaving. He voted yesterday in some like Sports Illustrated poll. That's a negative, and I wrote about it on BarstoolSports.com. I always love when a local sports host do that. You can check it up, podcast up at 108.2.com. But I don't think he's going to be back. He said that's a negative. He's going to want a lot of money, and rightfully so. I don't blame him for wanting to get a lot of money because I would want a lot of money. You would want a lot of money, and the Steelers can't offer a lot of money. So, you know, the cliche bullshit again of what everybody says this time of year. It's a business. It's a business. It comes down to dollars and cents. You know, it doesn't make sense. There's a dollars and cents. It's a business. And at the end of the day, the Steelers just can't afford to pay that much for, a slot receiver, honestly. So, you know, he'll go to the Raiders or the Jets or the Dolphins or something and cash in and, you know, we'll move on and draft another receiver in the second or third round and, you know, everything will be fine. From Brad Lawler, which Star Wars planet would you live on? Coruscant. I live on Coruscant because it's I'm a city guy. I like being in the city. I like being in the happenings. I like having the nightlife. I'm not somebody who would want to like go post up an indoor and like just live on my own in the, you know, in the trees. I don't like that. Tatooine, you know, even though we make fun of Anakin with, you know, I hate the sand, it's cold, you know, and it gets everywhere. That'd be hot, dude. 2 suns. Have you seen my skin? I would roast. I would fry like Mr. Krabs on Tatooine. So I'd like to visit Tatooine, maybe vacation there, I guess, you know, but give me Coruscant. You know, I like living in the city. What do you do for Barstool other than make funny videos? From WW Webby? I write for them. I co-host Going Deep, for a pro football podcast with Stephen Shea and Willie Colon. I do this show every day. I help come up with merch ideas. Like, it's always so funny I will never, ever get out of the phase of my life where it's like, oh, you're still doing the videos and stuff? You're still with Barstool? You're doing the Barstool thing? Like everybody else is just like, oh, so you still with CCA? Are you still with Schwab? You're still at Floor Tech? You're a director of sales there. And then with me, it's like the internet, you do the video thing, right? That'll be my life forever. And people still, they still don't like know that they think I'm just like featured on Barstool. They don't get that I like work there. It's incredible. But yeah, I do all those kind of things, and they even pay me too. Yeah, I'll throw in a little lollipop if I do a good job. Maybe even a sticker. I get this question every week, and I think it's from the same guy. So I think it's like a troll job. I don't really know what's going on with the Purdue Boilermakers. Will they make the tournament? They're 18-8. And they're the top 20 team in the country. They're doing fine. Yes, they're going to make the tournament. I don't know. Is this again? I don't know if it's a bit. If he's trying to be funny. From Everlast.Homes, you're eating tacos. Clean pinch or let it slop onto the plate for seconds. Okay, so you're eating tacos. Do you hold it tight or do you let it slop on the plate for seconds? I initially try to hold it tight. I initially try to pinch that, roll that thing up, eat it, but it always fails, So the first bite and a half, you get it, but then it's just all hell breaks loose. It starts to break down. The seconds fall onto the plate anyway. So a little bit of both. I would like to ideally keep it all together, but then you get the seconds, and then you use a fork or whatever, and you eat up the seconds, and that's good. The more interesting question, I think, not that wasn't interesting, Everlast, it was. But I think the more interesting question here is, once you go up for seconds of tacos, do you get a new plate or do you use the sloppy plate and put the tortilla on there when the outside is now going to be sloppy? Is this a weird thing I do? Am I a freak, or do other people do this? Am I a weirdo, or do other people do this? I need to know. I have a weird thing. Like, I have to, if it's, when I'm eating like breakfast, right? And I have my eggs and my hash browns, and I put ketchup on my hash browns and a little, then the hot sauce or whatever on the eggs, and I'm mixing those. I can mix those. But then when I go to the pancakes, I have to completely wipe off the fork and get it clean to go to the pancakes. Same thing with tacos. It's like, I can't do the seconds. I can't add food that's not been eaten onto a plate that has all the slop and, the leftover dip and stuff like that. I have to have a new plate. I'm starting again. I'm starting over. I can't put the taco shell on the plate that's already messy. That doesn't make sense, because then the shell is going to get messy on the outside, and then your fingers are going to get messy. You got to start over. You got to have a new clean plate. Maybe I'm weird like that. I don't know. New Haven. I don't know. Do a video with Nikki Cass. Yeah, maybe. Drew Wax, what was your first beer and how many did you have? I want to say the easy answer is like Bud Light, but I want to say it was probably like, I was like, I don't want to say my age exactly because people are weird and my mom's probably watching this. I don't know. But it was probably one of those weird things where like you were just, anything you got your hands on. So it's probably like some random like Corona lime, or like a Michelob Ultra orange citrus thing that people were trying that like your parents didn't like, and it was just there. So you were like, oh, we have this, we could try it. And not very many probably, because there was probably only like 2 or 3, or 4. So it was like, oh, we have them, blah, blah, blah. But like, they weren't that great. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. And so it wasn't probably Bud Light because all those would have been gone. And like I said, it was probably most definitely like a Michelob Lime or like a Corona, fucking hint of pepper. I don't know. Something weird. From Daniel Cardenas, thoughts on the Young Rock Coach O? Yeah, man. Emmett Stilson, I believe. Emmett Stilson. He's an actor, obviously. And he did a good job, man. Like Coach O's tough thing. He did say that he watched some of my videos to help get his Coach O voice down, which I thought was really, really cool. So shout out to him. And I was just joking about it. I tweeted, I was like, I feel like I could have done this. Like, it was not a slam on him or anything like that. I thought he did a really good job. But, I was just like saying like, oh, I know a guy who can do one, you know what I mean, if they would have had it. So no, Emmett Stilson, he did a really, really good job. From the Blake Fish, when is SNF going to have you on to do your Collinsworth imitation? Yeah, that's one thing that I was wondering about. And I felt like it was coming. Like, I felt like there's a few times where they were going to play it. And it was after, what was it? It was the Thanksgiving. That's what it was. I did the Thanksgiving, and the Steelers and the Ravens were supposed to play on Thanksgiving night. And so Wednesday night or Thanksgiving morning, I put out Chris Collinsworth at Thanksgiving dinner. Did super, super well, kind of took off, got into the millions of views, and I was like, perfect. Like, definitely NBC is going to come back from break or something, and they're going to play that video, and they're going to get Collinsworth's thoughts. And then the game got pushed back to the Wednesday after the next week. And so by that time it was done. It didn't make any sense to play anymore. So there's a few times like that I was like, oh man, they got to use it. They're going to use it. And the timing just didn't work out. So I don't know. Maybe they'll use a video of it next year when I do one. Maybe, I don't know. I can get Chris on again. We can do a sketch together, or I can interview him. So let's see. Who was the best forward Sasha played with in high school? I'm guessing him. Ken Decker, 24. From Z Cray Cray. I can't recall if you're really into Marvel. Do I watch WandaVision? Thoughts on the show and finale? I am a little into Marvel, and this definitely affected my thoughts on WandaVision because I was pretty lost. Really didn't have a clue what the fuck was going on. But me and the wife kept watching it, and me and the wife kept watching it. We enjoyed it. I thought it was a really entertaining show, but I was just lost a lot of times. And like, so obviously I'm a huge Star Wars guy. No ifs, ands, and buts about that. But I really was trying to be as objective as possible, and I was putting like Mandalorian side by side with WandaVision, and I really just didn't think there was any comparison. Like I really felt like Mandalorian was just a lot more entertaining and like badass than WandaVision was. It's just me. I know that Marvel people are very passionate, just like Star Wars people, So yeah, if you want to kill me for it, then go ahead. But in my head, as somebody who's a lukewarm Marvel fan, I feel like a lukewarm Marvel fan and a lukewarm Star Wars fan would enjoy Mandalorian much more than they did WandaVision. Just me. Let's see. And that goes into it. Tom Spartan. Do you love the Steelers or Star Wars more? It's a really good question, Thomas. I have a different love for each one of them, right? A different kind of love. Part of me says Star Wars because even if I don't really enjoy a movie or something that much, like they don't break my heart as much as the Steelers do. Like when the Steelers lose, especially lose in a big game, it's demoralizing. I'm getting better about it, like it won't ruin my whole week like it used to do when I was in like high school and college and stuff. But still, man, like I've never felt the heartbreak and the just like sick to my stomach feel that I felt was I've never felt that with Star Wars like I have with the Steelers. So maybe that means I love the Steelers more. Maybe that's what that means. But then again, I'm trying to go like, you marry the girl that like you don't don't get that upset with, that you're just like happy with always, So maybe you take that way. I don't know. I love them both. I have tattoos of them both. But that's tough, dude. I think Star Wars. I think I love Star Wars more. Yeah. Mr. 17, favorite Jim Carrey movie. I like Liar Liar a lot. Liar Liar is underrated, super funny. Great character, great concept. Think of Liar Liar. This is nice, man. From Anthony Imps. I just love the Collinsworth and Cowherd impressions. Thank you so much. What is the impression you get asked to do most when you're around people? Well, it's been a little different just because, with COVID and everything, like, yes, the bars in Indy and the nightlife and everything is open to a certain extent, but it's not as open as it would, you know what I mean? Like, if it was full go, then everybody would be out more often and there'd be more people out and, there'd be just less rules of coming up and talking to people. So I'm sure I'd get asked more often. Probably Cowherd, honestly. Cowherd or Saban. The last I checked when it happened. Cowherd or Saban, yeah. Let's see. Love scrolling, and you guys are just watching me scroll. That's great. Justin Shoes, do you do stand-up? I don't do stand-up regularly, no. Not a regular thing for me. It definitely didn't help this last year. I was getting into it a little bit at the start of last year with Ben, who was on yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Go check it out. Just like old times, you're just making fun of a bunch of shit and having fun. So I was getting into it more at the beginning of last year, and then the world shut down, and then I just kind of stopped, and I haven't really been up since. So I don't know. It's a very, very tough art. I respect everybody who does it and who grinds and hustles and goes and does shows and keeps doing shows. But no, I haven't. I haven't really done much of stand-up. Let's see what else we got. I got to refresh the story, I think. Oh, that's a cute picture. People post cute baby pictures on there, and I just post my dog. But that's all right. He is my baby. From CP3, cool celebrity you've connected with through this job. Not a lot of people know because I didn't want to be this guy. It's good to be this guy, but sometimes it's not good to be this guy. CP3 II asks, cool celebrity you've connected with through this job. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon for sure. Once I started doing the Fallon impressions, then he followed me, and then we've been able to DM a few times and message each other about certain things. And so I've always looked up to Jimmy. And so that's been surreal having that contact with him, you know what I mean? That direct contact with him. So that has been wild. Jimmy, and he actually, he when I got COVID, he actually hit me up and checked in on me. That was really surreal. So none of the details in there or anything. I'll keep our messages and everything like that private out of him, but just the fact that he followed me and then that we've been able to message back and forth a few times, just fucking crazy. Best sports moment you witnessed in person. Not moment, I guess. It would have been a moment if Hayward would have hit the shot, but I was at the 2010 national championship in Indy between Butler and Duke. One of the best basketball games ever. I was there, and it was insane. Just from start to finish, absolutely incredible. That would have 100,000% been the best sports moment, maybe ever, but that I've seen. If that half court or 3/4 court shot would have gone down by Hayward, there's just a couple inches off. But yeah, man, that game, all the Hollywood storylines, the underdog versus the big dog and Duke and, the hometown team. And it's like the movie Hoosiers in a way. And gosh, that was crazy. 11 years ago. Yeah. I was a sophomore in high school. My dad scored some tickets. I forget how, but we were 15 rows behind the basket that Hayward shot at the end of the game at the buzzer. So that was insane. Absolutely crazy. Ashley Ray 784. Will you miss seeing Juju in a Steelers uniform? And do we feel okay? We're okay with the others. The others meaning, James Washington, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, all of them. Yeah, I'll miss Juju in a Steelers uniform. And I wrote about that in the blog when he said that that's a negative to coming back. I said, his rookie year was just, it couldn't have been better for him. I mean, he became a star instantly. He was scoring touchdowns all the time, and he was fun, and he was doing dances, and the Steelers were 13-3, and he just popped onto the scene so hard. Perfect fit for a guy like him that was just like fun and a really good football player, tough-nosed. Pittsburgh just loves, the Steelers so much. I'll miss Juju on the Steelers. I will. A lot of good memories with Juju. And it's unfortunate that it had to end this way, where he's here for 4 years and it looked like he's going to be a Steeler for life that everybody's going to love. And, now everybody's more caught up with him on TikTok and doing his dances on the logos and all that shit. But, I mean, hey, he's got to make his money, and I think we'll be perfectly fine with those guys. They'll slide right in. We'll probably draft another dude. John Brown said he wants to come play here. Maybe we'll sign a veteran like him. But yeah, I mean, you got Claypool and Johnson on the outside. You got James Washington on the outside too. Johnson can go inside as well. I feel good, man. I feel good. We'll be all right. Connor wants to know who was on Duke back then. Kyle Singler, John Shire, Nolan Smith, Brian Zubek. And then on Butler, you had Gordon Hayward, obviously, Ronald Norred, Zach Hahn, Matthew Howard. Who was the other? Shelvin Mack. Shelvin Mack on Butler. So you had two pros on that team, Shelvin Mack and Gordon Hayward. So, yeah, dude, it was a hell of a battle. A few people in the comments from Mike. Coming to Indy for March Madness this week. Places you recommend. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that blog out either today or on Monday. But, I'll tell you right now, places I recommend, definitely got to hit Mass Ave. You can start the night there, at the Eagle or at the Tap, getting some drinks and getting some food, really good food. You can work your way down. Bakersfield's got really good margaritas, pretty good nightlife scene there. The Rathskeller, if it should be open. They have a huge beer garden out there. So the beer garden is phenomenal. It's like the go-to spot now for people who are, I don't know, I'd say like 24 to 34. So if you're in that range, and even if you're not, everybody goes there. So Rathskeller's great. There's a few, if you keep going down on Mass Ave even further, you have like Ralston's and, Fat Dan's, which is right across the street from Rathskeller. So anywhere on Mass Ave, you're going to be good. South Meridian, Georgia Street. You got Brothers, Kilroy's, Tin Roof is in that area. There's a little not rooftop, but like patio bar that's right across the street from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. So all those places are really good. Slippery Noodle is on South Street, South Meridian. It's the oldest bar in Indiana, and it's really historical and a good time. So can't go wrong there. Kyle Singler, yeah, what a guy. Let's see, what else? Brendan said, new plate for pancakes and tacos. Thank you, Brendan. You can't have the mix, dude. You can't have the mix. You got to start over. There's too much crap and goop and nonsense going on. You got to just start over fresh. So, yeah, I'm glad you agree with me. But, all right, watch some hoops today. Have some fun. If you're in Illinois, download the Barstool Sportsbook app. Use that responsibly. Have a day. Have a weekend. Hopefully it's coming to Indy soon, but right now it's live in Illinois, so get that going. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this week. Sasha Stefanovic was great. Good luck to him and the Boilers. They play at 2 o'clock, like I said. Archie's probably out. IU lost last night. And then we have all the shows stockpiled from this week, last week. Great guests. Trevor Wallace, Justin Tucker, Coach Doug's, Ben Polizzi yesterday. Last week's shows, KFC, Ike Taylor, Willie Colon, Chris Ballard, all stockpiled. So be sure to subscribe to this channel. And, hey, check this out again. We'll get this in there. The merch below, per usual. Cup of Joey dad hat, Cup of Joey mug like you see up in the corner there in that graphic. Indian Sanity starting next week. Get that. Links in the bio. Thanks so much for being with me. Again, subscribe, like these videos, and on Monday, I'll talk to you live at 9. Have a great weekend, guys.